Hey, what's up? So, we did it. We got the car. Well, I did it. By the way, look at this tassel I got from Temu. How cute is it? I'm gonna hang it on my background here. You know, I love rainbow colors. So, I just opened that and just wanted to show you. So yeah, I have some stickers here too that I'm opening. So I did it. I got the car. It was a little bit of a whirlwind of the last couple days. So I'm just going to give you the quick rundown. And then at the end, I guess I will show you the footage of the car because she's a beaut. So today is what? Sunday, June 4th. And on Friday, June 2nd, is when I sold my car. So in a previous video, I had said I was supposed to sell it Memorial Day weekend. That didn't work out because I wasn't sure like whose name it was in, blah, blah, blah. Well, Tuesday, May 30th, I called the bank. The bank said, you know, it was only in my name, so I was good to go. You know, my husband didn't have to be with me because his name was not on the title. So my mother-in-law actually offered to drive down with me because obviously I needed someone to drive down with me so that they could bring me home. So we drove about an hour away, a little over an hour, to Carmax. That's the closest Carmax to us, and Carmax was giving me the highest offer out of all of the other places I checked. So I checked Carvana, Vroom, Kelly Blue Book, like you name it, I checked it. And Carmax was giving me $3,000 to $4,000 more than any of those other places. So naturally I was going to go with Carmax. Now the sucky thing is, so, okay, let me back up. We owed $20,000, like 300 and some dollars, on the loan on our previous car. We had a 2018 Chevy Equinox. Okay, so Carmax's offer for like ever was $20K. So I would have had to pay, you know, the 300 and some dollars to completely pay it off and get rid of the car. No biggie. The terrible thing is that the night before I actually went to sell it, the offer dropped. So my mother-in-law said, you know, let's make a plan. So Friday, June 2nd, I actually took the day off of work. We went and drove down to Carmax. So Thursday night, I was checking the offer because they expire. You submit the offer on the Carmax website, and then you have, I think, 1 week to redeem it, or else it expires, and then you have to do it again. So it just so happened the offer expired, and it went down like $1,600. It went down to $18,600. So that sucks. If I had gone Memorial Day weekend, which I could have, I would have gotten that extra $1,600, and it sucks. But I thought, well, that was only a few days ago, so maybe, you know, I can get them to give me the $20K for it. So, you know, I'm gonna see. So we went on Friday, and no, they do not haggle whatsoever. The offer that you get is your offer. So if you're interested in selling your car to Carmax, just know you're not going to get higher or lower. What your offer is what it is. The only way you would get lower would be like if you basically, you know, your car is in worse condition than you submitted on the form. But other than that, pretty much the offer that you get is the offer that you're going to get, you know, that's how much they're going to pay you for your car. So $18,600 is what I got for it. So I had to pay $1,776 to get rid of my car. You're probably thinking I'm nuts. I probably am a little bit nuts, but I wanted to get rid of it, and I did. So starting fresh, it's all gone. They said it will take about 15 business days, or up to, I guess, 15 business days for the loan to show paid off and everything. And the process was very easy. It took a little bit of time because, you know, I had to go sit down. The person who helped me at Carmax went out. He took a look at my car. He said that he drove it just really quick, like around the parking lot, just to make sure the suspension was okay and whatever. came back in with my offer. You know, I had to accept it, fill out some paperwork, of course, and then I had to pay that $1,776 directly to Carmax, because Carmax will now turn around and pay the full loan amount to the bank where we had the loan. So just be prepared. If you're interested at all in this process, you need a debit card or I believe a check. They won't take a credit card or anything like that. So if you have negative equity on your car, you're going to owe a little bit after you sell it to them. They need a debit card or a personal check. Now, if you will have positive equity after they buy your car, then they will, I believe, just write you a check right there and then, be done with it. But for me, I owed the $1,776, and yes, I know that's nuts, but I paid it, and as of right now, I don't regret it. So that was Friday, June 2nd. And then after that, we checked out a couple dealerships. If you've been following me, you know I have been wanting the Hyundai Palisade. I have been searching all the websites I could think of for probably a few months now to try to get the best price. There was two dealerships that we went to that day. The first dealership, they had like the model that I wanted. It was the limited trim. And they had it, I think, for like $40,998. He basically barely budged on the price. They said they would bring it down to like $40,550, like literally not even $1,000. It was ridiculous. It just seemed like they did not want to work with me. They said, oh, they're priced to sell, they're priced very competitively. So I walked out of there. I was not going to pay $40K. We went to a second dealership, but it turned out they had already sold the car that they had. So that was it. We had already been out for, most of the day. So then we came home. So then, of course, furiously that night, this is Friday night, I'm like, well, I'm without a car. And it's so weird. Of course, it's a first world problem. It's so weird to be out without a car, though, and like not be able to go anywhere. I mean, if I really needed to, I could borrow a car. And of course, my husband has a car, so it wasn't a big deal, but it's just kind of weird. And it was also like kind of a risk for me to sell my car without having another one lined up, because we have doctor's appointments this week coming up, and if things come up and I need a car. So it was a little bit of a risk, and I didn't want to be without a car for that long. So anyway, Friday night, we get home. I am now frantically searching the websites again that I searched for all these months, again, looking for cars, because now I need a car, ASAP. I did find a couple in Connecticut. I live in Pennsylvania. I found a couple in Connecticut that would actually deliver to me. And by the time I got home, the dealerships were all closed, so I couldn't call to find out more details. But I put in, my information on the online form or whatever for them to get back to me the next day, which they did, but I never ended up needing it. So that would have probably been my next choice. Carvana delivers the car right to you. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's a fee. It says right on the website. And that is ideal, but the prices on Carvana for the car that I wanted were just way too high. I used Carvana last year when we got the Chevy Equinox, and I would definitely recommend them. The process was so easy. Similar to CarMax, you go on the website, you put in your vehicle information if you're trading in a car, and they'll give you an offer right then and there. Again, just like CarMax, if the condition of your vehicle is different than what you input on the website, that offer is subject to change when they actually look at your vehicle. But for me, they gave me the same offer. So with Carvana, I put in my trade. I picked the vehicle I wanted, which was at that time the Chevy Equinox. And then they scheduled a delivery date. They came, they looked at my car. I got to look at the Equinox, which was going to be my new car. I got to drive it, and then they took away my car. So I didn't have to even leave my house. It was wonderful. They do have a 7-day return policy. If you don't like the car or anything like that, you can call them up. They'll come pick it back up, bring you back your car. And I actually did want to return the Equinox within that 7-day period. It was totally fine. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it, but it was just small for our family. But my husband didn't want us to. He didn't want us to be those people, so we kept it. And we had it about a year, and I never really loved it, and that's kind of why this whole thing started up. And then, I don't know, a few months ago, I'm not sure when it was, for whatever reason, I was looking online on Carmax, and I put in the details of the Equinox and saw that they were giving us like $200 extra over what we owed on our car. Obviously, that's not what ended up happening. I ended up owing because the offer went down throughout those months. But that was the other reason this whole car search thing started. But yeah, so that was the process with Carvana. I definitely recommend. It was so easy. With CarMax, again, I definitely recommend if you're interested in selling your car. Like I said, they gave the highest offer out of anyone. The process was so simple and easy. And again, you can also buy through CarMax or do like a trade. But again, their prices were higher for the Palisade than other places. The cheapest I was able to find the Palisades was on Car Gurus, but they don't deliver or pick your current vehicle up or anything like that. So I went with CarMax to sell the car for the highest offer, and then I was searching for cars that I wanted to buy on Car Gurus because they were the lowest prices. So I found one in New Jersey about 2 hours away. I had my eye on this one for quite a while. This dealership actually had 2 Palisades. One was $1,000 more than the other. And that one actually sold last weekend. And when that one sold, I think they thought, oh, well, you know, we only have one left. So they hiked the price of mine up $3,000. Well, that only lasted like a week or less. I guess, you know, they hadn't sold it, so they dropped the price again. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you the price and my payment, but I'm waiting till the end. So they dropped the price again, and like I said, I had my eye on this one for a while. It was in New Jersey, and so Friday night I said to my husband, well, do you want to drive me to New Jersey tomorrow? And the wonderful husband that he is, he said yes. So it was about a 2-hour drive for us. Saturday. So we went, I'm not sure what time we left, 12:30 in the afternoon. We didn't end up getting home till around 8-ish by the time everything was done, driving there, driving back, test driving, all the paperwork, everything. So we were gone basically all day, which kind of sucked, but whatever. So I now have a car. Yay. I am absolutely in love with it. It is beautiful, stunning, perfect. And I hope I don't ever change my mind because this car costs more than, it's just insane the amount that I paid for this car, but I love it. Do I regret it? Not yet. Maybe when I have to make my first payment. He said the payment won't be due for 45 days. So mid-July will be my first payment. So as of right now, I have that $365 in my budget for June that was supposed to go towards the current car. I have that money. So I don't know if I'm going to set that aside for next month's payment, if I'm going to put that towards challenges or what, maybe make an extra debt payment. I haven't decided yet, but I do have that little bit of money to play with. And yeah, I would, like I said, I definitely recommend Carvana, definitely recommend CarMax. Both of those were great. And then of course we went through a regular dealership to purchase the Palisade. What else? It has a ton of safety features. Of course, it has a third row seating, so it's nice and big, and we like to keep the third row seats down for extra cargo space for our stroller and things like that. It is the limited trim, so it's the top of the line model for that year. So it's a 2020. And now they have calligraphy, which is even higher than that. I'm not sure of the difference between the calligraphy and the limited, but anyway, mine is the limited. So it was the top of the line for 2020. So it has a 360 camera. So instead of just a backup camera, a 360 camera where you could see all around the car, blind spot monitor, lane keeping assist, like all of those safety features. Leather seats, heated seats, ventilated seats, heated and ventilated seats in the second row, heated steering wheel, Just all the bells and whistles, and I love it. So, yeah, I just hope I never change my mind about this car, because it's the most expensive thing I have ever purchased in my life. The payment is way more than I wanted to pay. Way, way, way more than I wanted to pay. So my goal now is to get this loan paid off and then work really hard to get this car paid off. I did an 84-month long loan, which is really long. And I don't want to be paying on it for that many years. So as soon as my regular personal loan's paid off, I'm going to go as hard as I can and try to pay this car off as quickly as I can. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how much did I pay for it? How much are my payments? The car was priced at the dealership at $35,980. I'm not positive of the final price after taxes and all of that, but my payment, you guys are going to scream when you hear this. You're literally going to scream at the screen. My payment is $645 a month. I know, it is insane. Insane. I never ever thought I would pay that much for a car. I had previously said I don't want to pay more than $500, but you guys, I wanted this car so bad. And again, not the smartest decision. I am completely aware of that, but you know what? I did it. And so what's done is done. Of course, if it becomes too much for me, I could always turn around and sell it. But like I said, I just absolutely love the car. Now, I can comfortably pay that payment every month without really any major changes. So my previous car payment was $365. And I also have a snowball payment every month of $305. So that equals $665. So if I decided not to make my snowball payment, you know, that would be the car payment there plus $20. So I could still technically make a $20 snowball payment. I am not anticipating having to do that because right now my Etsy income is, you know, can cover the car payment, knock on wood, and thank you. But it is nice to know that with my regular income from my job, I can still cover the car payment, no problem. So obviously, if I wasn't able to afford it, I, you know, would not have done this. So I can definitely afford it. I don't want to pay that much, of course, but I am. The other thing is we are definitely going to refinance. My interest rate came back at 9.85%, which is nuts. And my credit is wonderful. My credit score came back at 781. I think the longer the term of the loan, the higher the interest rate. And of course, interest rates are high right now. So 9.85. So that is really high. So we're going to refinance, but they told us we can't do that for 90 days. I'm not sure why, because with our Equinox, we refinanced within like a month or two, but no big deal. So yeah, so we're going to refinance. I'm hoping we can get the interest rate down to 6 or 7. Now again, in 90 days, the interest rates can, who knows what they'll be, but that's our plan. And that's it, guys. I'm nuts, I know. Tell me in the comments below what you think. But I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. It is beautiful. So it is what it is. All right, so I am going to cut to the footage of the car, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate and love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Here she is. You can probably hear my dog barking in the background. I'm outside and she's nuts. So this is it. Hopefully I don't make you nauseous with my camera skills. But I love her. Now the color is called Rainforest. It is listed as a green, but it looks gray. In certain like sunlights, you can see a hint of green, so I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up or not. Oh, probably shouldn't show my license, huh? So yeah, this is it. Let's open her up. And here's the inside. So what I love about it is that center console area where it's open underneath for storage. And then we got the screen here, which goes all the way across. This opens for your cup holders. I haven't yet had a chance to get this car dirty. There's someone walking by with their dog who's probably gonna think I'm talking to myself. There's that. We got the captain's chairs in the back, which currently have my kids' seats. And I have the third row seats down already. They will probably always be down because we need the storage. So it did come with this kind of cool cargo cover thing. So you just, you know, pull it up and pull it back if you want to cover what you have in your trunk, I guess. So that's how that works. But yeah, that's it. There's some storage under here. You can't even see. Right here. And that's the car. She is beauteous. And I love it. The place where we bought it was about 2 hours away yesterday, so I got a pretty good drive in already. And it drives like a dream. A lot of safety features and everything, so yeah, it's awesome. And do I regret it? I don't know. Not yet. So we'll see. All right, last look. Okay, bye.